this is maybe one of the most remarkable playoff games in matchups we will ever see, that we've ever seen and we will ever see, because of who's quarterbacking and then the circumstances that we've already seen between these two and Brady and Brees, and obviously where they both rank on the all-time list. And now they're playing in a first playoff game against each other, and it could be the last game of Drew Brees' career or the last run of Drew Brees' career, with Brady hoping to get where he wants to go in his first season outside of New England. I mean, the stakes, the storylines could not be any bigger. How do you think this plays out, Tony Boselli?
Well, Rich, you said it perfectly, because every playoff game's huge, and this is bigger than them all this weekend. And when I found out from Howard Deneroff at Westwood One that I got to go do this game, I was pumped, because all the storylines are there. The history of the game, great quarterbacks, future Hall of Famers, what happens next. You know, Drew Brees probably, this could be it. This could be his last game if they don't win. So it's fabulous. The Saints obviously swept the series. They dominated the Buccaneers in that last matchup, 38-3. It wasn't even close. In watching and thinking about that game, what do the Bucs have to do different? They're a better team now. They've improved throughout the year, the timing and everything. Brady looked outstanding in that game against the Washington football team. So you expect, a high level, his best. But I really think it comes down to, can the Buccaneers establish some sort of run game? Think back to that big blowout loss. They abandoned it. Byron Leftwich did not call the run. He tried to spread out the Saints. He tried to drop back and put it all on Brady. And Brady's great. But in that game, they couldn't hold up against the rush. The Saints have a really good front four. They got after Brady, pressured him over 35% of the dropbacks, and they had no chance. So I think Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones is back. He was questionable in practice yesterday. But if they can get – I'm not talking about rushing for 150 yards or anything. Obviously, it's still going to be Brady and those great weapons he has at the tight end and wide receiver position. But if they can at least slow down and have close to a balanced attack, I don't think they can beat the Saints. The Saints are just too good defensively. But if they can get a little bit of that play-action pass, open up the middle of the field, get the Saints out of that too high safety look that they like to run and play two-man, force them to come and stop the run, then I think Brady and that offense can be effective, and I think we could have a different outcome of the game.
Well, we know what the low watermark is in terms of what you got to beat in order to have a better run game balance is 8 yards, which is the total number of yards they had on the ground against the Saints in that Sunday nighter. And we had Fournette on the show earlier this week, and he said they embarrassed us. And that's in the back of their minds. Where do you stand on the evaluation of this offense playing as well as it has all year long? They've been going to cook with gas. Is it because they did play against Atlanta twice in the Lions and they got enough sea legs under them to beat a much more stout Washington football team, or this is going to be the test that they might not pass against the Saints? What do you think here, Tony?
Yeah, I think it's an evolution, Rich. If you look at this, they took a lot of pieces. Brady, who's been in one system his whole career. You get Gronk, throw him in there, year off. You throw in Antonio Brown. You got a lot of different things, and you're trying to figure out who you are and what is your identity. And remember, no off season, limited camp. Just COVID and everything that's gone into it. And I think it's taken time for them to get in a rhythm, get comfortable, for Brady and Leftwich and Arians all get on the same page of what they want to do. And I think the stretch down the run for them was critical, just from a confidence and timing. And it's amazing. You say, wait a second, confidence. Tom Brady, does he need confidence? Gronkowski, Mike Evans, these are great players. Not in their individual ability, they didn't need confidence, but confidence of how they all work together. And the timing and knowing where guys are going to be and what Brady wants, and Brady reading the body language of his receivers and where they want the ball. That all takes time and it takes reps. And I think you saw them get better and better as the season went on. And I do think this is a different game. I'm not saying the Buccaneers are going to win. I think the Saints are fabulous on defense. They are so good. They've done a great job. Alvin Kamara is the difference maker. How do they match up against him? Not just stopping the run, but out of the backfield. He's such an effective receiver. And so, but I do think we're going to see a very close game. I think it's going to be back and forth, because I do expect the Buccaneers offense to be light years ahead of where they were when they lost 38-3. And I think they learned from it. I think Byron Leftwich, the play caller, understands that, hey, I have to establish the run. I got to at least have the threat of running against that Saints defense to force them to put an extra guy in the box and to open some things up outside.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.